Yeah, basically, I want to apologize for the damage you see in the walls. Where is it? Over there and back here. This has been here ages and I haven't had a chance to get it fixed. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is another recent vinyl haul video. I know I only uploaded one the other day and you guys are probably sick of seeing these by now, but this one, I had to share this one just because it's a bit of a weird one. I think from now on, because I'm doing so many recent vinyl finds, unless you guys love seeing these, I'm not going to do as many. I'm just going to show the best stuff. I don't know, I'll leave it to you guys, but I had to show this because it's a bit of a weird haul. I went into a charity shop. I never really go into them, but I was able to get off from work early, so I was able to go and have half an hour before the charity shop closed of just digging through their records, and they had more there than they normally do. A lot of stuff I didn't know what it was. A lot of stuff was in terrible shape. A lot of stuff I already had. Surprisingly, there was a whole Phil Collins collection of his first 4 albums, but I already had them. There was a Philip Bailey album that I already had. There was probably an entire Tina Turner collection, just all the good Tina Turner albums, but they were all vastly overpriced with the condition they were in, so I didn't get those. And like I said, a lot of stuff I've never heard of and didn't really feel like taking a gamble. However, I did pick up some stuff that I wanted to try and give it a listen, and so a lot of this I've either heard of, or there's a couple things here I picked up because I know what they are, and a couple of things I wanted to give a try. So first one is this 12-inch single, this 7-inch single. This was the cheapest thing here. This cost me 49 pence. Everything else other than this cost me 99 pence. So basically pounds and 50p's. This is Enigma, if you can see that. Return of Innocence. Backed with an alternative mix of the track. 1993 on Virgin Records. This was nice. I liked this. I had heard the name before. Wasn't too sure what to expect, but it's quite ambient, quite chilled vibe. Out of the 7 inches I was looking at, this is the only one that was in somewhat playable condition. Everything else I get the feeling would have been really crackly, or I mean, for the price it was obviously good, but wasn't in the condition where I wanted to take a punt on it. So I brought this home and actually really enjoyed it. So Enigma is probably one of those groups I'm going to look into a bit more. So there we go. Couple of 12-inch singles, only one hip hop 12-inch, and this is the 12-inch single for the Fat Boys, The Twist. The cover is not brilliant. You can't really see it on camera, but there's a load of, it needs a bit of a clean, but the vinyl was perfect. I don't know why I picked this up. This is not the best Fat Boys track out there. I think I got it just for the novelty of having it. There it is. It came with the 7-inch version as well. Some decent-ish stuff. I mean, it was the first thing there that really caught my eye, and I would say getting this alone was worth the dig, but I'm not a huge fan of the Fat Boys, especially this song, but it's nice to have it anyway, just to add it to the hip-hop 12-inch collection. The next thing that I picked up is another 12-inch single. This one's not a hip-hop 12-inch, but this is probably the only song by this group that I like. This is You Spin Me Round by Dead or Alive. If you listen to this, you'll know it. If you don't know it, listen to it, and I guarantee you'll recognize it straight away, almost straight away. It has a what's called a murder mix on the A side. I don't know what that means, but it's backed with Misty Circles. The B side is absolutely trashed, but the A side was perfect, so it was enough for me to bring it home. It's there on the Black Epic label. Don't know how well you can see that because of the light. There we go. I keep trying out different angles. I'm quite liking this angle. just because you can see the poster of the Arctic Monkeys, you can see Jay-Z back there, you can see Jimi Hendrix over there. So I quite like it. I've already listened to a few of these, just so I can give my opinion on the ones I wasn't sure about, and this is one of them. This is Cyril Stapleton plays Glen Miller. I knew the name Glen Miller. I didn't know the name Cyril Stapleton. I did enjoy this quite a bit. 1969 is the year on this one, and the vinyl was almost spotless. There's a couple of clicks here and there. It's on Pi Records. There is one scratch on the A side, a very minor one. That doesn't cause it, doesn't affect it in any way. It's mostly the dirt and muck and things on here. It was pretty clean, but it still needs a little bit of a clean, as you could probably see in the lighting. About there, maybe. Yeah, it does need a little bit of a clean, but other than that, it does play through fine. So there's that. I did quite enjoy this one quite a bit, so that will be staying in the collection. This one, I see this all over the place, and for 99 pence in this condition, I wasn't going to leave it behind. That is the Car's Greatest Hits. Again, I didn't know what to expect from this. I knew there had to be at least one song on here that I recognised, and I was right. It's the song Drive. I recognised that. Like literally as soon as it started playing, I knew it. And it came with the original inner, which is fantastic. There it is on the Elektra label. I did enjoy this. There's a couple bits here that, for me, didn't really do it, but I really did enjoy all of the A side, and Drive was a perfect closer to the A side, so gotta give credit for that. Car's Greatest Hits, fantastic stuff there. Now, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but this is the weirdest haul you're ever going to see from me, just because a lot of this you wouldn't normally expect me to pick up. Like this, for example. Holst The Planets. Not the original version of Holst The Planets, but probably someone's crappy cover version. I haven't listened to this one yet, but this is from 1976. Well, it was performed, well, it was recorded in 75, but it was pressed and released in 76. I have not listened to this yet. I don't know what it's going to sound like. The vinyl is nice. Actually, the vinyl is spotless. It's on the Classics for Pleasure label. That label. Don't know if anyone's familiar with that. Classical fans maybe. I'm not a huge fan of classical, although I do like a good film score here every now and then. I do see Holst The Planets everywhere, at least some version of it. So I figured I'll pick it up as it's 99 pence, because I didn't want to fork out. I didn't really want to pay more than that for a copy of this, because it is everywhere. It's one of them things everyone is going to have. Even if you're not into classical, you're going to pick it up because you know the name. And yeah, it's basically still got all the same stuff on it. Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are all on here, so figured I'd give it a try for 99 pence. Next one is the Best of the Mills Brothers. I do have an album by them already, so this wasn't a blind pickup. This was actually one I genuinely wanted to give it a listen to. I do only know the work they've done with Count Basie, so this will be a new one for me. This is on the Music for Pleasure label. That one, you guys will know that label. A very famous label in the world of charity shop buyers here in the UK, because things on that label show up all the time. There were some other things, like I said, there were other things I would have loved to have grabbed, but I only had half hour after work to find stuff, and a lot of stuff I had to leave behind because it wasn't a price I was willing to pay, but I'll leave it, and there it is, the Best of the Mills Brothers. Cannot wait to give that a listen and see what that's doing. Now, you guys may or may not know, I am not a huge fan of country. But I do have a country record to show you guys. Billy Hurst, I don't know if you're watching, but this might be of some interest to you because I know you're a huge fan of country. This can technically be country, this can also be folk, I guess, and maybe world music, but it's Glen Campbell. Words. I think it's a compilation, I don't think it's an actual studio album. Correct me if I am wrong on that. The only gatefold I picked up basically the only thing that caught my attention for this is an American pressing, I believe. No, I do think, actually, it might be British, but the one thing that caught my attention is his cover of Otis Redding's Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. And a track I have probably heard from him, called Homeward Bound, and it's really weird because on the record it says 68, but on the vinyl or on the cover it says 73, so I don't know what the actual year is. I'm gonna go with 73 because that's the year on the album, probably a repress from that year, but it's on the Ember Records label. Needs a little bit of a clean, but I figured I'd give it a try. I do know the name Glen Campbell. As much as I know about country, that's one name I actually know. And it's something I was willing to try just because it had a cover of a song that I absolutely love. So can't go wrong for that reason. Am I right? There we go. So yeah, Glen Campbell, Words. I'll let you guys know what I think. Jesus Christ. And the final thing I picked up, the only other thing here that's not a blind buy, because I do actually quite like this band. Actually, I think a lot of people like this band. And it's from 1982. So it's definitely, it's not the latest thing here, but it's not the earliest. This is Chicago with Chicago 16. Maybe their 16th studio album. I don't know if they released anything before or after this that wasn't called Chicago with a number at the end. But yeah, it's on the EAW. It's on the WEA label. Excuse me. There's the inner sleeve, probably the original one. Yeah, great. And there it is on that record label. You can probably see some dirt there, but oh well. There it is. Looks pretty nice. So figured I'll pick it up as it was 99p and it's not expensive. And it still has the hype sticker intact. So another little bonus. There we go. Got it. Nice one. So that is going to do it for this very weird vinyl haul. A lot of stuff here you wouldn't normally expect to see from me on my channel, but there's a lot of stuff there I'm willing to give a try. And for 99p, how can you go wrong? So guys, thank you again for tuning back into the channel, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Peace.